This is one of those episodes that are really close to my heart because you're going to be able to find out exactly what Adam, the big man here, has been able to launch his online business in just a matter of months, and he's already crushing it. Hi, I'm Chris Dufay and you're watching Breaking Success. This is the movement that gives you the backstage pass so you can build the body, business and life that you love. Now, one of the most interesting things to me is when you're training at such odd times of the day, like I usually train at 1 to 2 p.m. and one day I was training here in Canggu in Bali, and there was another guy that was pretty serious training as well. And this was at a gym it's a bit of a fluffy gym. It's not that serious. If you start banging weights, you get a bit of a hairy eyeball. But I saw this other guy anyway, and we struck up a conversation, and it was Adam today. And the beauty was that we were able to start a friendship. He's awesome, and I think he thinks I'm awesome as well, hopefully. But this is where we were able to actually start what was now Adam being able to grow a business that is truly inspirational to myself, and you're going to be able to take a lot away from it today as well. So Adam, thank you so much for taking the time out to be here in my villa today. Let's jump straight into it. What was like the biggest problems you're facing when you first got to the decision of having to do something different?
Well, I've been playing poker for 6 years professionally online to give some context. And I was getting to the point where I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. So I was making good money, but it wasn't fulfilling. So I was thinking of different angles of where to go in my life, pretty much. And I was training with Chris for 6 months in Canggu, and I was really inspired by the impact he was having on other people with his life. And I realized, actually, I can do more with my life, I just don't know where to start. So having some deep conversations with Chris and going, I kind of want what you're doing to have an impact on the people around me, to help people, to coach people, but I don't know where to start. So my sticking point was, how do I go from what I'm doing, very skilled as a poker player, to transferring those skills as a coach and share my experiences to have an impact on other people. So that's where I had no clue on, and I would have kept on playing poker if I hadn't met Chris. Pretty much.
No, it's really cool because professional poker player, I thought it was awesome, but we got along so well at the start because we were talking everything, training, nutrition, personal development, podcasts, what are you listening to, what am I listening to, books, and that was a really cool thing. And for me, I thought it was just a total natural progression for you. Maybe let's go deeper because I feel like a lot of people are going to be tuning in. Maybe they haven't found their life's purpose right now. There's so much like find your purpose, find your wife, find your passion. That can be a hard thing to come around at this day. What is it that got you to actually transition from, being a professional poker player to going, you know what, I want to start this online business?
So for me, I knew I wanted to coach people and help people. So I've got a passion, have an impact on other people. And I always have from a young age. I knew I need to find an avenue for it at some point. So I kind of living my life as a poker player, but I knew I wanted to do something bigger. And just watching what Chris was doing with his life, I was like, that's the kind of model I need to take my life to the next level. So although I didn't know what I wanted to do, whether it was going to be health and fitness, whether it was helping poker players with their life, I knew I wanted to have an impact on other people. So I had a lot of unknowns, a lot of how the hell does this become a business idea. So speaking with Chris, he was like, so Adam, you'll be good at this, I know you will, and you can get it off the ground quickly. I was like, that's all I need, I'm in. So I'm a very all or nothing kind of person. So I was playing high stakes poker, I'd made it to the top levels in my game, but I wasn't enjoying it. So I knew I needed to just sack that off and go into something else, which would find my passion. So for me, I probably found my passion on the journey. I knew I wanted to coach people, I knew I wanted to have an impact, but I didn't have all the answers. So I was like, Chris, give me some guidance, how to get off the ground. And then that was all I needed. And then as soon as he gave me that reassurance, Adam, you'll be good at this, we can get going quickly, I was like, okay, I'm ready for this new challenge.
Awesome. Okay, what were the biggest problems you were facing before you, let's say, pulled the trigger and got this actually started from your point?
I think for me, it was going from, I was having on a decent income and I had to go from an income to zero, and I didn't know how I would be able to get clients from the off. So I didn't have a reputation, I was inactive on social media, I barely posted for 2 years, no Instagram account. So for me, I had lots of ideas. I was seeing how Chris was doing stuff, but I was so far away from actually being able to implement it in my own head. So for me, I was like, yeah, it's all well and good wanting to be a coach and help people, but who wants you as a coach? So for me, it was all like, how do I get content out there? How do I get my name out there? How do I actually make this real? So Chris is like really good at like breaking down the basics into simple steps. So Adam, you need to be doing this, then this, then this. I'm like, okay. So for me, I had no clue. So I was really frustrated because I knew I wanted to do something else, but I didn't know how to start. So yeah, the problems I was having was, how do you create an online business? I just didn't know.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's think about the framework right now, because I think this is a really good position to go from, because this is really why I want you to get here today, because I want you to be able to share, okay, you took, and I really commend you for this. I mean, you had the cojones first up to be able to go, all right, I'm going to go from being a professional poker player that you've been doing for so long, doing really well, and being able to go into now the business that you're running. What was the framework that you said, looking back into it, what were kind of like the big steps that you were able to take, do you know what I mean, only in the last 3 months to do you know, build the success so quickly?
The biggest steps were probably for me, I was always like, what's the best use of my time? How would I get this off the ground? So I had confidence in myself. I'd be able to be a good coach and have good results with clients. I just didn't know how to get clients. So like, in what avenue to take. So Chris was like very good at directing me in the right place. So start a Facebook group, start putting content, start creating value for free for people around you in your market. And then from there we'll build on that. So I think you give me a lot of clarity on where I need to be going. So I think, the initial steps of where to take. So I had confidence I'd be able to go on this journey, but I didn't realize what steps to take. So I needed like a mentor and a coach to just give me the baby steps, go focus on that now, then that next. And that was kind of the initial starting point for me.
Okay, this is awesome. Now, especially because there was no social media. Do you know what I mean? Nothing. You hadn't posted for years.
No Instagram account.
No Instagram account whatsoever. And I think this is really cool because like you are literally pulling clients off Instagram and off social media right now, which is fantastic in such a short amount of time. What was it for you that was the kind of epiphany into how to produce content, social media, that actually attracts the right type of clients?
Yeah, so for me it was just creating value. So how can I share my experiences with my market and just give as much value as possible? So I spent like probably 6 weeks just really stressing on how can I just do a good post, do good videos, how can I literally don't think about anything else other than producing value. So I think for me that mindset was, I didn't have that mindset until I spoke to Chris about it, about creating value and actually showing that you're the authority in your field. So I think for me, just to have that confidence, that 6 weeks of just giving people free value and actually expressing like what you know is going to like pay dividends in the end. So I think sometimes you get too wrapped up. There's so much to know when you start an online business. I had like a list of 100 things that I didn't know anything about. So I'm like, where do I start on this list? And it can be very overwhelming for someone starting out, not knowing what to do. And I was in that category. So as a result, I didn't start. So once I spoke to Chris and he was like, this is what you need to do, get a Facebook group, get value out there, don't worry about the rest of these things till next week. So it was just like that priority of tasks, which made it very easy for me to get started.
It's a great point. I'm really happy you shared that because that's the thing. There are so many things that you could be doing. There is 1,000,001 things you could be doing to build your business, but there's really only, truthfully, a handful, 2, 3, maybe 4 things that really probably like pull the needle into making sure that you get the results as well. So let's talk about results right now. Up until this point, in a nutshell, what are the results? What are the outcomes we've had so far?
Yes, I've got some great traction from the off. I did my first program in October. I've got 17 clients currently. We've got really well with the programs, 2 successful programs. Word of mouth in my market's going amazingly. I couldn't ask for any more. Everyone I'm working with, I'm getting great results. I'm so pleased with the kind of knock-on effect of doing good results with your clients. So I think once I got my programs up and running, I just focused on make sure these guys have the best experience ever with you, so then word of mouth will spread. So I think the success I've had, I was so pleased when I launched my first program. The first few hours, there was no one taking. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be a fail. And then Chris like, just keep going at it, just keep promoting it. The people will be interested in this. And then I got my first one client. I was like, yes, got one client. Can I run the program with one guy? And then more and more started falling into place. And then just to get that initial, turn these ideas of what I wanted to do to actual real business. So then as soon as you've got 5, 6 clients, now I've got a business, now I've got a program. Now it's about getting results and then growing that. So for me, just getting it started was such a key thing because I knew I'd be able to build it once I got it started. I just didn't have a clue how to get my first clients and things. So it was such a relief to actually go through the process of creating value, creating content, creating a program that I think people are going to really enjoy and get good benefit from, then launching it and getting people actually taken to it, and then wait for the process of getting results with those people.
What have been the biggest takeaways for you thus far?
Biggest takeaways are probably that biggest takeaways in terms of the programs I'm launching.
Whatever it is, what are the kind of like the biggest lessons you've learned, or the biggest things that you've really enjoyed that you've built up and that you've earned?
I'd say it's probably just get out your own way and actually just create value for other people. So obviously everyone's got their own stuff going on and they want to create a business for themselves to profit and have a good lifestyle, but if you can zoom out and just think about how can I create as much value in my space as possible, everything else takes care of itself. So I've got very obsessed with like how can I help this individual person as much as possible on their journey, and like I've being a poker player, I know the experiences that they have. So my target market is poker players. I'm in this little niche bubble and I'm helping them with lifestyle and performance coaching to get the best results possible for themselves. And I've lived this life so long, 6 years, lived and breathed it. And I come up with structures and systems to be a success at that. So I know how to do it. So for me, it's like zooming back to where I get into their shoes. So I think one of the things I've learned is how to get into the head of the person that you're trying to help.
You got true empathy for
and actually just put yourself in their shoes and actually envision what it feels like for them. And like, for me, it's almost like rewinding time, and then from that position, you can help them the best, rather than going, I'm on my high horse, I'm gonna tell you what to do.
Yes.
Get into their shoes, and actually, you can help them from that position of knowing what they want.
That is pure gold, what Adam has just dropped there, because that's the thing. If you are able, and actually, you know what, the cool thing that you just said the other day, actually, when we were training, was you're totally in the mindset now where the business, the money, everything's taken care of. You can just focus on giving the best results possible. And you've had that focus from the start as well, and that's what I really appreciated. And that's, if you can have a true empathy, really put yourself in the shoes of your market that you want to help, you can talk to them with a message that is going to truly resonate with them. You can separate yourself from your competitors because you're really able to talk to the problems and really showcase the solutions that is going to give your market the best results as well. So let's go, what are the biggest prescriptions, what are the biggest lessons you've learned that you want to be able to give to the audience?
I'd say like seeking mentors and coaches is so powerful, because when you start something new, you don't know all the answers, and it's tempting to try and figure everything out yourself. There's so much information online, you can Google search anything, but you almost get overwhelmed by information. I found like almost weekly I get overwhelmed by information and where to go next. So it's great to have someone like Chris who's walked this walk for so long that I can just have a call with him within 5 minutes. He sets me straight, go, Adam, focus on that, forget that. In that kind of clarity of what to do in your day is so important. So it's very easy when you're self-employed to be busy all day long, 10 hours of busyness, and you feel like you've got a lot done, but you're not growing your business in the way you want to, and you're not doing the highest priority tasks. And I've always been very aware when I'm slipping into being busy. So with Chris, I'm like, I need to call Chris, I'm being busy, but I'm not sure what to do. And it's so hard to work everything out yourself. So for me, I feel like just having you there as a mentor is so helpful for me, and so many avenues like what to do next. Because Chris is a big believer in like the lead domino. So what's the one thing you should be focusing on, which has the biggest impact on everything else? And I love that approach, and that's what I'm trying to make myself, my time more useful, rather than just being busy and trying to like do a million tasks to make yourself feel good about it.
There, we had Preston, another member, just yesterday. He did a post and he was like, I'm completely overwhelmed, I'm freaking out, what do I do? And I just said, go for a walk, come back, write the 3 things that you must get done and they're going to get the best results, and just only focus on those. Turn your social media off, turn your phone off, just do the things that you need to do. Because that's the thing, there's only a few things that you really do need to be able to do as well. And Adam is a living, breathing showcase of making sure that you can really build your business. And in the kind of day where it's always a bit sleazy and a bit scammy, like you can start your online business and you can, do you know what I mean, be living, doing in paradise, doing the work you love, impacting people so much, earning great money, and we're actually doing it, right? Do you know what I mean? Like it's actually being able to do it. So that's why I really wanted to be able to get Adam on to show you that you can do it, and it's really being able to follow just a few things that Adam showcased here in this episode as well. And what we'll also do is I'll pop a link below for you to be able to join the free group that Adam and I'm in there answering questions each day as well. You can have the support of all the other people to make sure that you're getting the answers to your questions and you know what it is that you need to be able to do as well. Now, also, thank you so much for being here and joining myself and Adam in today's episode. If you have liked this episode, then it really would put a smile on my dial if you do click like and share it out. Also, if you have not subscribed to the show yet, then do hit subscribe, because I don't want you to miss out on all the phenomenal episodes that are going to be coming your way as well. Now, this is where I want to make sure that you get the most out of being here, and I want to hear from you. So if you've enjoyed this episode, click like, and make sure I can send you the new episodes each and every week. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, I really want to make sure that I'm giving you exactly what you need. So comment below. I want to know what you're going to take away from this episode. And the best conversations after every episode always happen in the Breaking Success Tribe. I'll pop a link below for you to join the free group so you get access to the guides, the live streams. I'm in there answering your questions personally each and every day, plus you get all the episodes as well. So thank you so much for being here and joining us. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next episode.